Well, hey, coming to you today to talk about multiple streams of income. I always had reasons for the things I do, and holding multiple jobs or, I don't know, multiple businesses. I've been definitely a person of that. I don't know. It's definitely been one of those. I've definitely over the time either had, I don't know, 4 or 5 jobs at once, and we're talking since I began my work history. Right now I have 3 home-based businesses. Used to be 2 home-based businesses and a job I went to in person, but COVID has changed the face of things a little, and that's okay. It's the reason I stress you want to have multiple streams of income is for unsaid things. You don't know if the stock market will take a dump, or I don't know, there'll be some kind of craziness going on with our politics or something, because I'm just trying to make this relatable. Let's get real. I don't talk about politics, nor do I do that. It's nobody's business. But I'm just saying, there's a lot of uncertainty, and everybody can have a theory here, and whether it's geared toward one side or the other, or complete nonsense, and you just made it up and trying to stir the pot. There's all sorts of things happening in this world, and that each one is equally concerning as the other. And it's it doesn't even hardly matter in this aspect. What I'm saying, it doesn't matter if you've got like cold hard facts to go up against, or it's just something you heard on the internet, or something you speculate on your own and you need a tinfoil hat, whatever. The fact is, life can change on a dime, and it doesn't matter if it's your health that's against the stability of the economy itself, or personal injury, or a divorce, or a death, or a whatever, or there's a pandemic. Life can change on a dime, y'all. So I don't think, I think it's always wise, no matter who you are, whether it's, some people pick up a second job and they go and deliver pizzas for Domino's, or I know people who do that, who have very nice jobs, and they're like, a couple nights a week I make extra money by going and working for Domino's, or I Uber, or I do Grubhub, or whatever else, just because the opportunity is so easy and it's sitting in front of them, and they're like, well, why not? It seems like there's always been some level of uncertainty of the world. There's a whole bunch, but right now it seems like more so than I've probably ever remembered, other than like, right after 9/11 or something. But I was a lot younger then. I mean, I was old enough, I was out on my own and stuff, but that was before I was a parent and a wife and different things like that. So I don't feel like it was as huge of an impact to me as it was others, because I just had myself to fend for, and if I needed to, I could go live back at home with mom or something like that if I had, if it came down to it. But what would mom have done, or this and that and the other, and it's just it changes on a dime. So when it comes to direct sales, it's the one thing I guess is what I'm trying to say. I had life change on a dime more than a few times between. I was becoming a single parent at that time. I got sick. I lost business. Just different things that, for the lack of better words, shit happens. Shit happens. And it was. Or maybe you depended on another human to help you pay the rent or bills or something. You have a roommate, and your roommate just turns out to be not the right fit, or the right person, or they scam you out of money, or they don't pay the rent, or they bug out, or anything, your money situation can change. So in the times that I've had where life kind of took a turn unexpectedly and financially, and some with a little bit of warning, some without, I struggled quite a bit for quite some time, and every once in a while we have a little down moment now, but nothing like what I have been through, thank God. But that could still happen, and I'm very aware of that. So it's kind of funny because my husband and I are opposites sometimes. He's like, he wants to, I don't want to say he wants to spend, but in my eyes, it might come across that way. That's not who he is, but he's more comfortable spending. Let's put it that way. So he's not like, a baller or anything, but at the same time, he's more comfortable spending than I am, and he has to yell at me sometimes. It's like, seriously, go buy yourself a pair of shoes. And it's terrible, but like, I've been so frugal for so long in so many aspects because I have faced times where I've had absolutely next to effing nothing, and that's it's a reality for me. I'm like, I don't need this because it's not a necessity to me, and I could use shoes, but so could the kids. So she comes first and I come later. That's that's what it's about. And times where I was faced in losing a business or do whatever, I was doing everything to try to keep it. I didn't want to see myself lose everything, but my obligation to my employees was there too, and I put them ahead of me. I most definitely did. So I tried to make sure that they had hours. I tried to make sure, above and beyond paying my own bills, that my employees' bills were paid. And that didn't mean like me physically taking their bill and paying it for them. It meant I made sure they were paid. I made sure that never at any given moment could I not pay my employees. And it didn't matter what the risk was or what I had to do to make sure that was done. I worked many years without pay. And somehow, by the grace of God or whatever, I'm still here. But when it comes to multiple streams of income, I have never looked at my direct sales as like, a huge stream of income or whatever. But I did look at them as income. And I knew how important they were to me, because I know as I work them harder, they'll reward me back better. It's another one of those things where you can't sit there and not let anybody know you exist. But the harder you work them, obviously, and about consistency and stuff, they'll reward you back better as well. But you can't sit there and not. I don't know. To me, you can't afford these days to not have a second stream of income. I was very aware when all shit hit the fan and all my businesses were all just like failing at once, and a multitude of reasons, each one different. I went through one bar and grill, and it was like, oh, this is sucking. And I'm even, we had to leave because landlords no longer wanted alcohol sold in their strip mall, and that meant multiple businesses went, not just us. So it sucks. Something we had built up and worked for all those years was just down the tubes with nothing we could do about it. Thought we found a location, and we had to back out. So there was no way. So I went into business with a partner, and I don't really still know to this day what happened there, but I got bought out. It's okay. So I moved on and got my own place, and so 3 businesses within like a year and a half time, just I lost everything. But I sat there at the end of the day, and I was so humbled, and I was to have made it through, to cut the bleeding, to know that I was no longer going, oh, how am I gonna get the next meal? How am I going to do this? How am I going to do that? In that meantime, I had met my now husband, and can't believe what he put up with in our first, like, how much time. That's why I say he's a lot more comfortable spending that, because I struggled so long. And you guys are getting a couple tears out of me here. I can't believe I'm doing this. But I was so humbled, because I'd come back at the end of the day and I'd look at my couple little Avon catalogs or whatever, and I'd look at my online presence on Facebook or wherever else, and I'd go, okay, I gotta get my act together here, and I gotta dust off some feelings. I gotta do whatever, because I gotta get my shit together if I'm gonna make this next bill or whatever. If I'm gonna prove to my now husband that I'm not just a total, flake and waste of space here or whatever. I knew nothing but going full speed ahead, and hours upon hours and hours a day. I didn't know anything but that, and now I was sitting still, and I don't sit still well. Was it nice to finally go? But at the same time, I had absolutely no skill set of sitting still. This was not my thing. So I'm going, okay, Jess, what the hell do you do now? Because I just saw something weird. But anyway, like, maybe you got to jibber jabber a little bit or be more creative. You're creative. That's not the problem. It's time to polish your skill set and get yourself a little more acclimated. You've been doing this, but now this is real. This is your time. So I stayed home for a while. I polished up some of my skills here, whether it's social media and my online and just different things, and immersed myself back into my businesses who never left me. But I was so humbled and so thankful that I work. Once again, I don't work for companies that have minimums and stuff, because I think it's BS. I don't want to ever have to choose, do I keep my business or keep my lights on, because that's stupid. Anyway, you work for one of those kind of companies, it is not the right fit for anybody. Get the hell out of it is all I'm going to tell you, because you are going to find yourself in a miserable hole where you just keep sitting there throwing money at it. If you're not like over top successful and you're just kind of hobby leveling it, you're going to find yourself keep throwing money at it to stay alive. And if you ever get to that point, get out. I understand maybe in the first couple months, but set yourself a limit. Say, hey, I'll do this up to a certain point, a few months in or whatever, but you don't start, whatever that is for yourself, you don't see it happening, get the hell out of it, because it'll nickel dime you to death. I don't work for companies that have minimums, so it's all for companies with minimums. I know what it takes, like every once in a, once a year or something. I think with all of mine, you have to, once a year you have to submit an order, something like that, in order to keep your account alive. But like, whoop-de-doo, what is that? Nothing. It's not like, oh, you have to have $150 a month or something crazy like that, because I know they're out there. And I really have no clue exactly who I'm talking about even, but I know they're out there. And I do know a few names off the top of my head, but I sure as hell wouldn't say them, because that's not appropriate. But if a company has minimums, that I would steer clear of them personally. That's your gig, but I definitely would not do it. It's my business though, it's always been there for me, and you can't go wrong when it comes to that aspect. guy was like right over my shoulder. It was weird. I was like, oh, why don't you looking at me like, what is this gal doing? That's terrible. Once again, I don't really care what people think, but that was strange. He stood at the stoplight, but he's like back a little, and I'm like, I don't know, just bizarre. Yeah, I really don't know. So there was the awkward pause there. But, guys, I've never been so thankful that I chose to go into direct sales eons ago. I've had a chance at all times, if shit hit the fan, that I had a possible stream of income sitting there waiting on me, you know. So I knew what I needed to do. If all of a sudden things are uncontrollable, or I was out there and working at a standard job, or I had a business or whatever else, and if all else failed and all of a sudden I was without income by the end of the day, I was never truly without income because I did have my direct sales businesses. I've expanded my horizons. I've added on other streams of income, done different things. And, for some people it's a stock market, whatever else it is. To me, it's a little more of a gamble. But I've learned some things over the years. Always, in order to really, you gotta talk the talk, walk the walk, wear your product, wear your logo, whatever. Be your own best customer. And I say that in an aspect of, if your company sells shampoo, whatever, use the product, talk about it, you know. Don't not use your product. If you go into a company that you don't even believe in and you don't use, yeah, you don't need to buy every damn thing, and you have stock and you do whatever else. But if your company sells toothpaste, you use toothpaste. Buy toothpaste from them. Don't go to the store and buy it and then be like, oh, yeah, somebody asks you, how's your toothpaste? You're like, oh, I don't know, I use Crest or something like that. Don't do that. That's dumb. I get that catalog price might be, I don't know, $12. I'm really making up something here, but and you might be able to get yours at $3 at the store or something. Whatever it is. Once again, hokey pokey numbers I'm making up here. I'm trying to get the point across. You'll not only build up your sales levels and your commissionable value and whatever else by buying from yourself and potentially getting yourself to the next reward level. If you can't afford to do that all at once, I mean, don't sit there and go, oh, this company can replace 27 items I have in my house and try to buy them all at once. No, that's dumb as well. Don't do that. But if each time you place an order, you replace one more item as you run out of the one in your house, because otherwise that's wasteful and that hurts the planet. But if you sit there and go, hey, guess what? I'm running low on toothpaste. I'm going to order it for myself this time. Now you have your toothpaste covered. Hey, we're running low on laundry detergent. And now I can sit there and order the laundry detergent for myself. Yes. Do that. Don't replace it all at once, but as you need it. And then now you've started immersing your own brand into your home, and you have something to talk about and to share with people and to tell them when they do ask you, hey, have you used this? Well, yes, I have, and I think it's amazing. Or if you want to do a live video or whatever it is that you do, but now you have something to talk about, and you can go, yeah, I've used it and it's spectacular. See how easy that is? Don't replace all at once. You don't have to invest in a bunch of inventory. If your company, once again, requires you to have a bunch of inventory, that's dumb as well. Don't do it. So, yeah. Don't make yourself bankrupt to start a business if you can help it. You know, well, not saying if you can help it. You get what I mean, though. It's not like you're going out and buying a sports bar or something. I'm talking direct sales. Don't bankrupt yourself to go into direct sales. That's hella dumb. So, yeah, but use the product, walk the talk, you know, and all that good stuff, and enjoy, and be thankful that at the end of the day, if all else fails and everything hits the fan, you can go home and go, how am I going to work this harder? Because this is no longer a hobby level or whatever else. Don't, and that's another thing. I don't want you sitting there. If you're here to make money and that's your thing, which is why most people are here. There's some people who do it for the discount, and I think half the people that say that are lying through their teeth, and it's bullshit. I'm honest. Because who goes, I'm just gonna do it to get the discount? No, we all hope that you're gonna make money. You hope you're gonna make money. You know, and there are some people who just buy the kit because they get a bunch of stuff for free. They're like, I'm really not gonna do anything with this. I just want to get this kit because it's cheaper and I get the products. That's what it is. Don't wait, you know, and if you're in leadership, don't waste your time on those people because they're not going to produce for you. They're not. They got that discount. That's all they look for. And trust me, there's people who I've had to do that before, and I've tried to work with them, and I've realized, no, they were serious. That's what they wanted. You're like, oh, I just wasted my brain cells on that. Like, yeah, your time's worth more than that. Move on. But no, it's yeah. It's what it is. You gotta, I think it's BS if you're saying you're not here to make money, so try to make money. And you know, if you treat this like you would any other business, if you owned a brick and mortar store and you have to show up each day and you have to do your orders or your inventory or your whatever, if you treat it like that, you're eventually going to be in the money-making position. But if you treat it as a hobby and that it's not important, then that's exactly what it's going to be. You all have a great day. I'm out of here. I'm home. I've done my errands. Bye.